Hi, I'm Turker Hidalar, CEO of iConn Technologies, and I'm here with our project engineer, Fabian Herrmann. And today we will be talking about how to leverage offshore resources to reduce cost and increase capacity without sacrificing quality.
Okay, Turker, so what is the problem when it comes to leverage offshore resources?
A lot of companies have at one point made a bad experience with working offshore. So at that point, they made a decision, we will never go back again. However, a big opportunity at stake, and we want to talk about it a little bit. The opportunity at stake here, Fabian, is a good cost model, but also scalability that you cannot at all time get by remaining in the United States with your production. Very laborious manufacturing processes require low-cost labor input and or semi-automation that it is in sync with the low-cost labor input. And that cannot be achieved in the United States, not under the conditions that it can be designed to be available offshore.
Once the customer overcomes their fear to go offshore, what would they expect going towards that stage?
Offshore offers many, many benefits. In China, you have entire industrial zones that have built-in supply chain partners that naturally fit into the supply need of the manufacturing entity. Simply like nuts and bolts and gaskets and many, many other components that are critical can be manufactured right there, custom to the customer's requirement, with perhaps 2 to 3 weeks lead time only. These things are unfortunately not available in US. In addition, all these manufacturing chain partners are 24/7 at work with very skilled labor, scalable labor, and are quite consistent in terms of quality once you have the right partners. So in summary, you have geographical advantage, having access to supply chain partners, mission critical for the execution of the product assembly. You have skilled labor 24/7 available. You have automation or semi-automation on hand whenever it is required to meet the output requirements. Furthermore, I like to always give that example. Apple, for instance, goes to Asia for the very reason that we're talking here about. They go to China because it has the lowest cost model, providing the highest quality that Apple expresses in all of their products consistently and reliably. And that's what China often can offer for complex products that are meant to be manufactured over there. How does iConn leverage cost, quality, and capacity while operating offshore?
So the biggest advantage for iConn is that we have boots on the ground to leverage the cost centers related to the following teams, including sourcing, logistics, engineering, and manufacturing teams.
So iConn USA has resources in place to outsource critical components right here in the United States that are often better priced or faster to get to complement all the sourcing activities in Asia. These components are transferred very efficiently on a weekly basis to our consolidation center in Hong Kong, and then they enter the territory of China, where then they will be received in the incoming inspection to be planned for the production. I'd like to share with you that 46.7% of everything that goes into an assembly, that's a weighted average, is sourced by iConn. Great percentage of those components are sourced actually right here in the United States. And that also expresses the value that we bring to the table to cut down lead times, maintain good price models, as well as ensure that original components are built in the top level assembly. Of course, we are an engineered manufacturing solution provider. As such, if you involve us at the DFM stage, we can now bring in engineering value, so-called cost engineering, to provide you alternates or equivalents to modify that cost model that you have been working with. It will benefit you. It will express our competitiveness and our commitment to you to lead you into that advantage position that you want to have over your competition. With iConn engineering will position itself as an extension of your engineering. iConn customer service, logistics also will extend themselves and position themselves to be an extension of your in-house departments. As such, we're symbiotically linked. We can leverage the advantages of offshore price models that are available with input from onshore at all time. By design, all of our efforts are leading to strengthen manufacturing in the United States. We are not here to take away manufacturing from the continental United States and move it to low-cost regions, but identify in your designs the labor-intensive assemblies that are better sourced offshore in a sub-assembly format so that when they come back, they can be just plugged into your top-level assembly and give you that competitive advantage that you need to succeed in the market.
Thank you very much for joining us as we talked about how organizations can leverage offshore resources to reduce cost and increase capacity without sacrificing quality. For more information, please see the link below.